I'm Sam Shahin, and welcome to Choppin' It Up, the only show on the air that's a double entendre of learning about drums and learning how to ride a jet ski. So, today we're going to be chopping up 16th notes. This is one of the most basic exercises you can do, but also one of the most practical exercises you can do. I really love it. I still do it today. It's all about 16th notes and grouping twos between the snare drum and the kick drum in every possible way. So you ready to chop it up? Let's get started. To learn this exercise, we just need the snare drum and the kick drum. So we're going to get rid of the rest of this stuff. All right, let's do this exercise. So it's all about 16th notes and combining 2 snare drum hits with 2 kick drum hits in every possible fashion through 16th notes. So the first step is going to be one measure where you have 2 hits on the snare, then 2 on the kick. So each downbeat and E on the snare, and then each and on the kick. Just like this. The second measure of the exercise starts with the kick and then goes 2, 2, 2, 2 the rest of the time. So it starts with 1 on the kick, then the E and on the snare drum, then the and the subsequent downbeat on the kick. It sounds like this. The third measure of the exercise is the exact inverse of the measure we just did. So you're going to have 1 hit on the snare, followed by 2 subsequently on the kick, and then the snare. So you're going to have 1 on the snare, then the E and on the kick, then the and the subsequent downbeat on the snare drum. It sounds like this. And the last measure of this exercise is just 2 on the kick, then 2 on the snare, back and forth. So the downbeat and the E on the kick, and then the and the on the snare drum. It sounds like this. Now, to put all of them together into the 4-measure exercise, this is what it'll sound like. Cool. Now let's take it up in speed and see what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for extra bonus shred points, let's bring the rest of the kit back here and get a little fancy with it. In order to make this a little fancier and to incorporate it into your playing and make it part of your vocabulary, you really want to be able to mix them at will, depending on how you want to improvise and what types of fills you want to do. And you also want to be able to put it around the kit. So let's see what some of that might sound like. Something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Stuff like that. So if you're playing a beat and you want to incorporate stuff like this, it might be something like it might be I hope you had fun today. Maybe you even learned something. Thanks so much for joining me today on Choppin' It Up.